big misconception is that there's too much competition. Then you think, oh no, this is not a good niche to go into. This is actually far from the truth. Having a good amount of competition means that there is a buying market. Why? Because typically, what this means is that competition has paved the way for you. They have educated the market and they've placed products out there. If the market doesn't really know what the products are all about, your competition actually has to educate the market before people will buy them. So, basically, instead of having to educate the market yourself, you simply come in and provide lots and lots of value. You can find out what your competition is doing and what your competition is not doing, and the demand in itself. So let me go ahead and show you how to find competing blogs and spy on them. You see, at this stage, you have to do the necessary competitive intelligence test, so technically, you can go to Google and do a search for blogs in your niche. But a tool that I would like to use today is called buzzsumo.com. And the reason why I like this platform is because this site literally analyzes the content that performs the best within the niche. So, this really is going to help shortcut things for you. So if you go here and type in, for example, lower cholesterol, let's see what we get as a result. Now, one thing to note is that BuzzSumo is a paid tool, but it will allow you to do some free searches as well. So, if you want to pay for it later, that's fine. You can do that when you get really serious about your blog. But for now, at the starting point, you don't really need to pay for it. So if I type this in, you can see these are some blogs or websites that are actually getting a lot of engagement. And what you're trying to figure out is what are they doing to get that kind of engagement. So, they have Facebook engagement linked in shares. They have Twitter shares, Pinterest shares, so obviously these sites definitely have social media. So what I want you to do is jot down what you see, what they are doing. That could be helpful. So, let's just take a quick look at these sites and see what they're all about. And by doing so here, this is a good way to figure out topics as well, which we'll talk about later on. But for now, let's take a look at the sites. So, if we go to this first one here, then we can see they have different sections. We can take a look at how their site is laid out with topics. It looks like they have very general categories, not necessarily related to health, but they do have one section related to health. But this looks like it's just an article. You can see the length of the article, and it is actually quite long. Decent-sized articles should be more than 700 words. This one looks more like 1,000 words, but nowadays your articles and your blog posts can actually get to the length of a book per blog post. And of course, if you have videos, that's good too, as you can get people to actually stay at your blog longer. So, we can see that these sites don't really focus just on cholesterol, but they focus on the overall arching view of health. Now, what this allows you to do is you can create a profitable authority blog based upon a very specific niche. So if you focus only on, let's say, lowering cholesterol or how to pass a kidney stone without surgery, then that might actually allow you to convert more sales because the person that you are attracting is more likely to be in that right mindset. So, for example, if somebody comes to this blog, they might be interested in lowering their cholesterol for changing their lifestyle, but there might be a hidden agenda too, and maybe they are coming here because they're interested in relationships. But that's not really targeted blog, is it? So, for competition research, we'd like to suggest you to go to these sites. Write down at least 10 or more topics that you can improve in your blog. Then, you can compare different blogs to make sure that all of these blogs are doing the same thing. If they're all doing the same thing, and they're doing really well in that area, then this might be something that you can actually mimic.